Right then folks, I did a little Google search and hopefully this is the original author of the Mew distribution ROM, known as the Grender Mew distro. I'll be honest, because I'm a shit programmer, I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I really couldn't work out how to just change the Pokemon data easily. So I've just dumped a load of crap on Pastebin because I can't be asked with GitHub's two-factor authentication. Nobody ever sees the videos anyway, and nobody ever cares about the stuff I do. So I have to comment on this dude's post just in case somebody sees it, but I mean it's been there 2 years and it's only got 202 views, so you know, this is the guy that made it. It's awesome. I'm only going to get 2 views at the most. It's a bit of a shame, but whatever, here it is. I don't know if anybody's checked it out. Doesn't really matter, I don't want to go through it. So I'll just go through my changes, I suppose. So I've modified the Mew distro file and modified the Gen 1 file so that we can have a separate events file. And if you modify this events, as you can see it's on 4 at the moment. If we increase the number, we can add a new Pokemon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the stadium data for the Psyduck. I have no idea whether it's accurate or not. Same for the Pikachu, same for the Mario event, same for the Mew Spanish, because I'm just kind of copy and pasting shit. And I've also changed the title. So what happens now, and I suppose I might as well just do it live, is let's just modify something here. I suppose we'll do that. Okay, so I'll go to my Game Boy development Mew distro folder and open up a PowerShell and run the make command, because PowerShell and Windows are bullshit and they hold all of your stuff in memory, which is completely not good. Anyway, that's compiled now, so let's just refresh that. There we go, and then we'll boot up the emulator and boot up the ROM. So now it boots into choose an event menu. I don't know why I've used event, but whatever, they're event Pokemon. And you can set a number, obviously from 0 to 9. And this is dependent on the number of entries that you've put in here. So it should always default to 000, which should be, if it's done correctly, but probably not, so fair warning. Should be the Spanish event Mew that Grender put on his GitHub. And then if you go 1, 2, 3, obviously you're going to get the Mario Mew, Pikachu, or Psyduck with Amnesia. So we're going to choose 3 because, well actually we're going to choose 2. As you can see, it draws the Mew sprite and it looks absolutely awesome, and then this is now set up ready for trading that Pokemon. However, if I choose 3, what I wanted was, I thought it'd be nice if you could change the sprite, but that is going to increase the file size just a stupid amount. Anyway, pop Psyduck in there, and we have this line issue across here and this foot cut off. Now I'm not quite sure why, I can't figure it out. This hard line here, or this square, or whatever it is, and this hard line here, possibly squares, are incorrect. I don't know why it's happening, but whatever. Anyway, so my assumption is that it's either because I've done something wrong in there and I can't fix it, or because the .2bpp file gets handled differently by Pokemon Yellow compared to what we're doing in C code, because that's assembly and that's like Game Boy stuff. So this is probably the reason why you don't see that issue in an actual Pokemon Yellow ROM. But whatever. Anyway, I thought it'd be pretty cool. Again, it's set up for trading now, and I've also got my modified Pokemon Yellow ROM here. So we might as well do pause it a sec. Okay, my bad, kind of forgot what to do. So you need to just, it would have wasted time otherwise. This one you need to connect with, and then this one you need to listen on, and then you should be able to get the cable club thing. Helps if you get them around the right way, and helps if you choose the right options. Anyway, so we'll boot it up now, and what we should have done is swapped out the Spanish Mew that you would normally get from Grender's thing for the chosen ID slot, where we chose number 3, which is 1, 2, 3 Psyduck. So hopefully we get a Psyduck. It's extremely slow, not quite sure why. Maybe you can't overclock it, or maybe there's like some code in BGB that stops you from overclocking it. But you can see here I've already tested with the Mew, and now that Mew is no longer there. So we're just going to trade it with a Psyduck. Now it'd be cool if we could add to the start menu at the beginning an option to select not just the Pokemon from this list that you want to do, but also the slot number that you want to put it in, because then you could choose 6 different Pokemon and put one in each slot, which would be pretty cool. But look, the sprite's showing perfect on this side, and he has been flipped around. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why one works the other and one works the other way. So we're going to say goodbye to Mew now, and so on and so forth, and you end up with your super cool Pokemon. Obviously I can't bother to go through the whole trade. Keep our Mew. But had I done it, obviously we'd end up with our Psyduck. And you know that because it's got the ID and the Euro number of what we just showed on the screen. So it all works perfectly fine. To be honest now, I'm trying to think what Pokemon I actually salvaged to begin with. Whether that Pokemon had a HM or a TM or not. Anyway, I guess what I can do is that. So that's all done for the video. Nobody needs to watch anything else. It could have just been done in 2 minutes, to be honest. Hitmonlee was the Pokemon that I sacrificed for the trade for the Mew to get it. Not 100% sure on how to get this information accurate here, but I have added potential Pokemon here, like so you want all the Mews basically. You're gonna want your Spanish Mew, your Toys R Us Mew, even though that may have been leveled up, so kind of pointless, but whatever. These are just the dumps that are available online. Now you've got the virtual event console Mew that you should be able to replicate. Apparently you've got another retail dump from the UK. The Mario one was a link that I found online. It was an Australian one, and then the rest of them were pretty much from Pokemon Stadium. So this is just a case of, for anyone interested in adding new ones, just going online and searching for Pokemon. Like I've done my original cartridge and save, so I've extracted mine to these PK1 files. Working with PKM files is a little bit harder and a bit more annoying, but you can do that as well and just add all of the Stadium ones. So these are mainly primarily focused on event stuff. Obviously you could use it to do your entire 151, and all of the 3 files on the code bases could be improved upon significantly now that I've completely cocked it up. But best thing to happen would be for somebody to take over the project. Doesn't seem to have any changes there. Just all the same by the look of it. It's just literally a fork and it's just the same, so that person might have done some stuff with it, but whatever. Enjoy.